at home in Cologne, where I'm from. That's right, Köln. Christmas tree is really the one thing, if you're saying that is something that is in Germany very common, the Christmas tree, if you're in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west, everybody has a Christmas tree. Doesn't matter what kind of religion, but the Christmas tree is really that one thing that is, if you could describe Germany, that is what you would find in every household. Lederhosen, not so much. Only down in Bavaria. So where I'm from, lederhosen is a foreign object, and you might see that when you go on vacation down south. Another good one is a German thing, the German chocolate cake. Yeah. Does not exist over there. And I always call it in the same category as the English muffin. I don't think they have that over there. French bread, that is true. They really have those breads over in Paris when they're walking around, and they have a baguette over there. So a Christmas tree is really a thing that is in every household over in Germany. And usually the way it works is, I grew up in a big city, 1 million people, and at one weekend you pick up a tree, either one of the places inside of Cologne, or you could drive a little bit out of town, you pick up a Christmas tree. And then that Christmas tree, in our case, lived in the basement until Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve morning, we all had to eat up our breakfast, and then we went on tour with Dad, driving around town, visiting Grandma, going to a park, and we were not allowed to come back until Mom had the Christmas tree all decorated. So the first time we would see the Christmas tree is by the time the Christkind, the Christ child, rolled around at night. That's when we were allowed to go in there, and we took the family pictures and everything. But up until then, we had no idea what the Christmas tree would look like. Christmas Eve, that is the big day you open up your Christmas presents, at least in my family. I know that here it's one present, pick one, you open it up, and then Christmas Day, I call it the American present Christmas, where sweatpants and your PJs are getting up in the morning because Santa dropped off a load of wrapped presents. So a little bit different approach for me. That Christmas Day, or they call it the first Christmas Day, we always went to Grandma. And then Grandma, traditional German food, or at least where I'm from, it's red cabbage, the potatoes, and a goose, or a duck. And our duck always had 8 wings and 4 legs. 2 boys in the family and my dad in the mix. We're good eaters. And there was always, with Grandma, noon o'clock, that is when lunch is, so you had to get up and roll over there, dress up, and get ready. And then after you had your goose, because it's so fatty, according to my dad, there's always that schnapps that goes down with it because it cleans up the stomach. So Christmas is not over. The next day in Canada, they call it the Boxing Day. That is the really relaxing day over in Germany. We just hang out, leftover food. You play with your toys, you enjoy what you have been given, and then Christmas is over. So it's a 3-day long, where stores are shut down. It's a really quiet time over in Germany. Those Christmas candles, the real candles, they are still around. Of course they are, and I'm asking everybody when they get closer to watch out for the candles. They're real candles. That is a real tree. We have real wood. You put the 2 of them together, or 3. So I have 1 bucket of water. I hope that's enough in case something happens. Joe checked the fire extinguisher, so we should be good there to get that tree going here. Another thing, I always like to compare what is German. So I Googled. I Googled Tannenbaum. And they called it a more recent old tradition from Germany, is a so-called bride's tree. And I never heard of that, but I thought it's very funny what they're in there. So that tree has 12 special ornaments. So young couples get these ornaments gifted, and on Christmas they go up. So out of the 12 ornaments, there's an angel that is for God's guidance. We always had an angel up on top. Broken wing. A bird for joy. A fish for Christ's blessing. A flower basket for good wishes. A fruit basket for generosity. A heart for true love. A house for protection. A pine cone symbolizing fruitfulness. Is that what I think it means? A rabbit for hope. A rose for affection on Christmas, not bad. And then Santa for goodwill, and a teapot for hospitality. Yeah, not a more recent old tradition we have going here. We have these lametta on here, these silver strings that Joe loves to put on and take off every year.
That's not a German tradition. The kids put the tinsel on.
Joe is our kid. Thank you, Joe. So I'm going to get it going from the top to the bottom. First time I did that, we had 2 boys in our family, so we never had the real candles at our house. I started at the bottom. It's kind of hot when you get to the top. So I'm going to start here at the top. You enjoy your beers, and then once we got that all going, we're going to turn off the lights, get that chorus music going again.
We sing O Tannenbaum.
Back in the old days, they used to do notches.
What?
They used to have notches.